Hi friends, how's it going? Say hey when you're hopping on. This is gonna be like my first live since surgery, kind of a chit chat, you know, catch up on everything video and as much as possible. And I'm like, we are a week into November and I have literally not even talked about the POMIFERA deals. I'm taking my TRIMFIT scoop. I have not taken TRIMFIT since surgery. One of the things recommended after surgery is to limit caffeine. So since TRIMFIT does have caffeine in it, I go to my doctor today. I might be able to start this back, which would be really exciting. I love the energy it like gives, but I haven't taken it since surgery. But what I have been pounding is collagen. I have been like, look at this. This was new and it's like literally half gone. I have been pounding collagen, and then also, so this is from, it's the U brand, the same brand as TRIMFIT. And it has like, when they do, I mean, look at all the ingredients in this. Like it has tons and tons of vitamins, protein, and then, like the ingredients are crazy. It is a super high grade collagen. So I've been taking this, and then also Ensure, like geriatric, like Ensure, you know, that you take. They make something called Juven, which has a protein and collagen. So I have been like taking those like crazy. So I'm gonna take my TRIMFIT scoop because so here's how big your collagen scoop is. It's double the size, and the TRIMFIT scoop is half the size, but it's just easier to put into my water bottle this way. So I'm gonna do 2 scoops. It's the TRIMFIT size. See how it just goes in? And it's the equal amount to 1 big scooper of collagen. This is normally how much collagen you take. Anyways, I just find it easier to go into my bottle that way. It's the first time I've actually shaken this up myself. Adam's been making it for me, so we're gonna do like a nice back and forth. I did not have the hernia surgery as well. My iron levels and like my blood levels and everything were already pretty low going into this. And the hernia surgery, when we started going over the details, it was gonna be like a 6-week recovery. Whereas right now I'm kind of like a week to 2 weeks with a breast lift. Also, if I was ever considering having more kids, which we are considering at some point, and then, or having a tummy tuck ever, then it wasn't recommended to do the hernia repair then, because of where my hernia was, it would be, how do I describe it? Like, so like you don't want your belly button to die. You know, that's like super important. And so if they did the hernia repair now, and then later on I had another baby or have a tummy tuck, then, or have another baby and a tummy tuck or something like 10 years from now, who knows, but 5 years, whatever. You don't want to have done this and then that, like the order should be, I do the others. So it ended up being that the hernia, it wasn't like, and they didn't recommend to do both of them together at all. So for lots of different reasons, I just was like, well, I definitely have like now gotten really excited about the lift and like reduction and everything. And so that's what I did. So no, I don't plan on getting a tummy tuck, but I don't know how, if I have a 5th baby, I don't know how my body would be. I do have like skin, but it doesn't bother me. So I think that's like, you know, personal decisions. Whew. So far to reach. Okay, so I'm going to, I'll show you guys how things are. I mean, I'm not like graphically gonna show you, but first of all, I got in the cutest pajamas. I focus on button up clothes because it's really hard and things that are loose, but I was looking for pajamas that I could wear Christmas morning. Like I've started making a whole folder on my Amazon storefront. I haven't been able to wash my hair, so just ignore that. But and also my legs are sore because I've been having to use my legs so much more. But I plan to wear these Christmas morning, but also I'm just wearing them now because they're so cute and they don't look like Christmas pajamas. And if you don't like your stuff tucked, you can totally wear it like this. But this is like, how cutie. So I linked these in the description, and then also I found Or if you want links for everything, you can drop the word me below and I'll send you like a message if you like to have your messages have these things. I don't want to trip or like fall over. I also, these are the real like UGG slippers. I got them as a Christmas present from Adam. But I found a lookalike that looks literally just like them for $30. And there's a 20% coupon today on Amazon. So I linked those. The only thing different is it doesn't have a thing that says UGG right here, which I could care less or not about that. Those just weren't around whenever I was making like a Christmas list last year. So I got them for Christmas last year. All right. So, I'll show you. I go to the doctor today and I will get my COLLAGEN is what they call it. Obviously I'm rolling. But just so you guys can see, if I was following someone's journey, I would want to know like how are things settling at what days. So technically today is 7 days. I'm like really bloated. Still, so technically today is 7 days, but this is just like epidural. My swelling is going. This is from that, like they did lipo around the sides here. But I mean, I think everything is like doing the way it's supposed to. All of my incisions are healing. Like if, I know that's been a question, scarring, healing, everything. So this is like that COLLAGEN tape. And, I don't know, I feel like they're healing really well. I did start putting POMIFERA oil on them at day 3 or 4, when it felt like I wasn't like just recently sewn back together. And I've been doing that every day, and literally around here and especially like you can't even tell that I've got stitches. Like it is looking, I cannot wait to hear, even I went to the doctor yesterday and she was like, they look amazing. So speaking of, just such a good like support system. So I've been getting kind of dizzy and just really tired, like very hot flashy, kind of thing. And so I let them know and they're like, come in, and I have like anemia anyways. And so since my cycle started the same time that the day after my surgery, go figure, and then I had to be on the blood thinners, and I wasn't supposed to start my cycle yet. Like we had tried planning it. And so, anyways, it ended up being, I could not take the thinners. So it's just made it to where my iron's pretty low. So they called back today and it is, I don't have to have a blood transfusion, so it's good. So I'm not like that, like they caught it. Really, really great to deal with. The girl who does my hormones, Carrie Miller at Southern Surgical, she's like, seriously, she's been helping me balance my hormones. But the surgeons also work at Southern Surgical. So like they're able to kind of work together, and it's just been like so wonderful. And so I'll have my follow-up with them today. Anyways, that's like my actual surgery, like wounds, surgery, everything is the first like 3 days I hurt a lot worse than I thought I was going to, and now I really surgery-wise feel really good. The only part that like I think has kicked my butt is that I was on thinners, and it had to be because of my clotting disorders, and my cycle started early, and it just like, it's like, but as soon as we get my iron back up, I think I'll feel like I'm having so many hot flashes, and I am very just fatigued. Yeah, I've been off semaglutide. I had to quit that before surgery. I was off of it for 3 weeks. And it's just really not a priority for me right now, so I'll stay off of that. I'm just trying to get like health-wise. Because it could affect anesthesia, I did stay on progesterone, trying to answer some of these. So I am smaller than what I thought I was going to be. So I wanted to be around the same size that I was. I wasn't actually looking for like super reduction, but they needed to bring me up about 7 inches. So if that tells you a little bit of a fold there. So the thing is, if you are trying to like tuck and snip and also make bigger, that's a lot of like request. So going into surgery, I knew that there was like a pretty good possibility the size implant I wanted, I would not be able to get if my blood supply, like if it looked like, you don't want to lose a nipple, like that happens, that can die, and that you don't want that. And so if they put in an implant that's too big, and or they're starting to close you up and they notice blood flow doesn't look good, then they said they would go with a smaller implant. So I have a 300cc like gummy bear implant. So it's a very conservative, it's actually the smallest my chest has been. So I'm probably a large C, maybe a small D right now. And I really think it actually makes you look smaller, like as a human. And so that was just like the safest option, and nothing looks like it's dying or anything. And so it did end up being like a little more, I guess, like not really they had to take a lot of my own tissue, and that's why I went with the implant, was because in order to lift so much, they did have to do a significant reduction. But I still wanted to have like, I didn't have like really any muscle up here. So would I do it all over again, even at a week out? 100 times. If you're really insecure about, like, I don't know, it really affected like a lot of areas of my life, and then my personal confidence. Like I had, you know, I got pregnant with my first baby at 18. So I don't ever remember having like young boobs, I guess. Like I've had 4 kids, and then, so it's kind of been, you know, like at 18, 19 years old, like that's what they looked like. And then they've just looked like that significantly more and more every child. And I gained 100 pounds with Christian, lost it, gained 100 with Lexi, or like around 90, like somewhere to the 80 to 100 pound range with every child. And so it does a toll on you. And so for me, it really is just more of like I think I would feel like just, you know, like when you're taking a shower and you're like, I could, even when they were going over, I was so embarrassed. He was like, yeah, he's like, see how your nipple is here? And I looked down, I was like, I can't see them. Like, and the doctor was like, oh, I'm sorry, I forget, like from your angle. And so, I don't know, but that's just my personal, but I will say, especially having kids, like the first couple days, I was like crying a lot because I felt really sad that I couldn't pick up and hold Veda. I'm going to put a little more of this plump on my forehead. So, you know, but it's, to me, if I feel like this at a week, I mean, I can't like raise my arms all the way. I have to have, like, I'm going to have either my friend wash my hair today, or Adam can wash my hair. If I could get in a bathtub, honestly, I could have one of the girls do it, but I can't get myself in and out. So I think just knowing that maybe I need a little more help, but I will completely, I'm so satisfied. I'm honestly like satisfied with like having nothing here and just having like a tube sock, basically like Roxanne socks, and that they were able to, like, the way everything looks, and how I think if it looks like this in a week, what it's going to look like, I think it will be like life-changing for my confidence and just for how I feel about myself. But this is really just like a me thing. I also think that there's like, what I was finding when I was looking on TikTok and when I was looking on, I don't know, like YouTube and different, because I was like, for years, I've like followed journeys of people. I often did not see moms doing it. It was like really young, nothing wrong with if you're really young and, you know, whatever, but it would be like, oh, they're like this young girl with a perfect body goes in, they pop in an implant, and then she's like at the gym 2 weeks later. And I'm like, I really want to know, like, is it really like that? Is it not? How is it if you're a mom with kids? How is it if you have to have a reduction, if you have to have a big lift? Like, I don't know. So I'm really glad that a lot of you have been really, really, really sweet and supportive, open to me sharing, like wanted, like when we pulled it, it was like 97% people wanted to hear more about it. I'm not going to talk about this forever. I promise life will go on as normal. I like cannot lift my arm high. But I am really like glad that just for anything, just so you know, like realistic expectations or what I would have liked to have gotten to see somebody's journey. So, anyways, but we're gonna go in. I did Plump on my skin. It's from POMIFERA. If you've never, like, drop below. I always ask for skincare testimonies because POMIFERA literally will change your skin like drastically. And so I think it's one thing to hear me say like, POMIFERA is so good and it will change your skin. But I love hearing testimonies in the comments and then for other people in the comments to see. I did get a few messages about like, there are so many perverts out there and I can't believe you'd expose your body. And if that is what people wanted to see, like, I don't feel like anything that I showed was sexual. I felt like it was at least intended to be very educational or real. I don't think it showed anything more than you would see on an PG-13, I guess, type thing. And most of everyone is grown-ups here. And there were things of like, if you saw that and you didn't want to watch it, like, obviously that's what it is. You could not watch it. So for overall, I'm really happy that I did it. I'm really happy that I don't regret sharing it with you guys. I hope it doesn't make anybody think less of me. If it does, I'm so sorry. But yeah, that's just kind of been my week. So it's been nice to get to talk about it and not just feel like just disappear for a week and then, you know. Also, I do bra videos every Friday for the most part, and it's not like you're not gonna notice. So like, might as well talk about this. Look at all these people who are loving POMIFERA. So POMIFERA is 20% off all collections. Like, so that means if you want just like your 3 serums, that collection is 20% off. If you need like the Danger Game Changer is the collection that I use. If you need that, 20% off. They've never offered this before. And so it is so good. You're 57. People tell you all the time that you look like you're in your late 30s. You don't know if it's true. No, POMIFERA is so wonderful. Darla, that's so good. All right, the biggest thing is trying to scoot back right now. So I can't use my arms at all. I'm just having to use my legs. I had the weirdest dreams on Pain This, and I saw somebody talk about my pterodactyl dream. I didn't know my sister was recording. She came over to check on me, and I was telling her, like, I thought a pterodactyl delivered pizza. If you haven't watched it, it's on my timeline and it's on my Instagram as a picture of me and my sister. I'm gonna put tanning drops on because my iron is low. I'm super pale and I just feel prettier when I'm tan, and so I've been trying to put tanning drops on every day. At least from here, I'm not going to be able to put them on. I'm not going to spray tan for like a long time because I have wounds, and so that's what we're doing. So I had a dream that a pterodactyl delivered pizza and like Uber Eats had hired them. And it was so vividly real. I don't take medicine. I don't drink. I don't I've like never smoked. Like, I'm a pretty very like clean rule follower type person. And maybe on like a cruise, I'll have a pina colada or something, but like that's as wild as I've gotten. So the pain medicine they put you on, like I was having to take it the first couple of days. I was in a lot of pain. So I was having to like alternate it. And I was just so out of it. And then when I would fall asleep, my dreams have been crazy. And because I have clotting disorders, I was having to get up every 2 hours and walk. And so even throughout the night. And so just because we don't want to risk getting a clot. So I would go to sleep, finally get comfortable, fall asleep, and then I would have to get up and walk. And that's not like normal for everybody, but for me, the first like 5 days, that's how it was. So when I would fall back asleep, I would just have these like crazy dreams. So I'm going to tell you about some of them. One of the dreams I had is that all my teeth crumbled, and I was brushing my teeth with Coca-Cola. I have no idea why. There's no clean water available. So I brushed my teeth with Coca-Cola, and as I was brushing them, all my teeth crumbled. And I called the guy who did my veneers, and and they said that they could not get me in for like a year or something. And I was like, but I don't have any teeth left. Like, I have to be seen. And so that was one part of my dream. Then I must have been having a lot of chest pain. So in my dream, my mama and my papa were in my dream, and I'm telling them, like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, my chest is hurting. And all of a sudden my implant in my dream just flops out, and all of a sudden there's a giant hole. And they take me to, in my dream, my mama, who's been dead for like 9 years, takes me to the dentist who did my teeth to fix my, to fix me. And when I woke up in my dream, I had staples all the way from here to here. And I was like, what happened? And they said, you've been through so much lately. They gave you a free leg lift, but you won't be able to walk for 6 weeks. And I was like, but I didn't want a leg lift. Also, my dentist doesn't do that. He's fantastic. I have no idea why my brain was associating that with the surgery. Obviously nothing happened with my stuff. So that's one dream. I have to wash my hands, and I'll tell you about another weird dream. Hang on, I just don't want orange hands. You're going to say hi. She's so cute. Okay, so I also find it so weird. I have not had a dream about my mama in, oh gosh, years. Like, I rarely have one. Same with my papa. They were so vivid. It was like they were there. I had another dream. Papa took me with his brother, who's also passed away, on a caravan, and we were going to go to Israel. And I was trying to tell them that it was not a good idea to go to Israel right now. And they were like, we've always wanted to go. We're getting old. If we're going to go, we have to go. And I was like, Papa, like, you know, they wanted to get like baptized in the Jordan. And I was like, I want to experience that with you. But now both these people are passed away. Okay. So it's just a dream, like weird dream. So I'm on a bus with like headed on a caravan, and I'm trying to convince all these people that we probably should not go. So I woke up and was like, how bizarre. And then this morning, I had a dream we owned the camp, but it looked like the camp I went to growing up in middle school. And Anija, who helps run our camp now, was there. She cooks the best food. She has, when Veda was 10 days old, she came and helped me like while I was working, and helped with the baby and helped me with recovery. And she would cook me breakfast every morning. She's like the best. She now lives at the camp, runs the camp. But when she would be here, she would like, I'm really bad. I was like nursing a lot, and Veda was in the NICU, and like we had all this stuff going on, and I'm bad about feeding myself. So she would cook these like amazing quesadillas. So at the camp, in my dream, we had like a place where all the old campers would come, and it was like a dining hall, but she was cooking these amazing quesadillas. This is my dream this morning. And we had 3 dogs that were in the back, and Elvis was one of their names, but Elvis is my dog now, who's a Bernese mountain dog. And he, in my dream, when I called for Elvis, it was a German Shepherd, which is not, but all the dogs got into ants. And so I was like trying to get the water hose to work, but I couldn't. So I drug them into this big pond, but while I was trying to get the ants off of the dogs, we live in Tennessee, there are no alligators or whales here where I live. And in my dream, there were alligators and orca whales. And they would like get close to me, and I would like push them away with my feet. And I was like, help, there's whales in here. Like, I've got to get the ants off the dogs. And so that was my dream this morning. So I don't know what sleep deprivation like does for you, but I have just had, or when you have these like mini spurts of sleep. So I got up the alarm went off this morning at 6 for the kids to go to school. Adam took them to school and he took Veda with him. So I got to sleep from like 6:30 probably until 8:30 this morning. So that was my like wrestling alligators. And in my dream, I was saying like, I need help. Like, I can't pop these stitches. Like, and I would like stomp on an alligator because I was trying to rescue the dogs. Anyways, that's actually the most exciting part. I haven't really gone and done a whole lot in real life. Been so tired. I think fatigue will make you really emotional. Being on your cycle will make you emotional. But that's just my funny things. That's the only thing probably funny this week that I can think of. You've had bad dreams on pain medicine, like orca whales, which I did watch a video on TikTok where the killer whales were like circling that boat and they made it sink. So I think your dreams like trigger things. And so that might have been where that came from. But I'm telling you, like, I just, out of all of this, like, man, I had some crazy dreams. So anyways, all right, friends. I need to get like my cup with a straw. It's so much easier to drink. If you were gonna do any sort of surgery, recovery, anything like that, just in general, collagen is so good for you. It's good for your hair, your skin, your nails. I take it every day. It is so good for like helping build collagen from the inside out. If you buy it on a subscription, it's cheaper and you can cancel it anytime, but you can add that to your TRIMFIT order. But collagen is so good. I love the way this one tastes. I honestly love mixing my TRIMFIT and my collagen together and then with another bottle of water, and that helps me get in everything and a bunch of water in a big Stanley. But again, I haven't been taking TRIMFIT since it has caffeine, and I'm trying to limit caffeine because I just had surgery. But so there is no code necessary for skincare. All collections are 20% off. The tanning drops I use are in the description of this video, or if you drop the word me below, it's the reaching, but the reaching will do it for you. But they're the Tan Luxe tanning drops, and I just mix it with a little bit of lotion. I use the POMIFERA lotion that came in the Danger Game Changer collection. But yeah, so that's my dreams. That's my how my body feels. Okay, do I prefer MODERE collagen or the Beautifully You? 1,000 times I prefer the Beautifully You. I took MODERE collagen for like about a year and a half, and I was noticing every time my subscription would come in, I still had like half a bottle left. I don't love the taste of MODERE's collagen. That's just me being honest. Like, but it works well. I was taking it, but eventually I was like, I need to look into something. Like, I'm wasting money because I'm not drinking it I'm not finishing it. Like, and so these I like consistently have empty tubs of the U collagen. So and same thing with TRIMFIT. Like, I know I love it and I like it and I use it because like, it's kind of like the same thing with skincare when you're like, oh, I'm always at the bottom of that, or like that kind of thing. So anyway, so I am feeling like pretty good. I've got to go today to get all of those. I'm really nervous about that. I'll let you know how it goes, but I've got to get those, like, they call it Close-X, and instead of have internal sutures, right, on everything, and then externally they put this binding tape together and then you pull and it does this to your skin. So it's like a new technology to help with scarring. But today they have to like peel that off. And so I'm like, so it might not be bad, but I'm just worried because I'm so sore. So I did not get an internal bra. Nope. I don't have that. I just got like a significant like lift and reduction, and then they put in the implant to replace some of like what they had taken out. So don't worry, that doesn't hurt. Oh, Sue, that makes me feel so much better. That was my grandma saying, Sue. take pain meds. So I haven't been taking I've been trying, like, it's been a couple days now, so haven't been taking it. I think I'm happy with my size. They did say that it's like a 10-minute surgery if later on you ever wanted to do anything bigger, but I don't, like, if for some reason I had to, I don't know, I guess be put to sleep for something else, I'm like, oh, I could do that for 10 minutes, but I'm completely happy with how they are to not do that just for that, if you know what I mean. I will say something that I did that I haven't talked about just because I honestly forgot, and you don't really notice it or anything yet, but I did get an O shot during surgery. Carrie, who does my hormones, she does O shots in office, which I've had one done after I had Lola, my third baby, and it's a shot. They take your blood, they centrifuge it, and they like spin it and get out all the like platelet-rich plasma. Same thing if you ever had like a vampire facial or it injected anywhere in your body. It causes new skin cells to produce. And so the first time I had this done was a procedure, and I had it done as an in-office procedure years ago. And they just numbed me with an ice cube, and you know, but they inject it like there, and it helps with like if you have problems, like, you know, when you laugh, you pee on yourself, when you do a squat, you tinkle, like bladder incontinence, pleasure, sensation, basically, like, I don't know, I feel like after the third baby, I had 4th-degree tears with Christian, and then, you know, you just have a lot of trauma with children, and so anyways, I felt like things just weren't quite as normal as they should be, and so I had that done, and it made a significant difference. And then you create new skin cells, collagen, new cells, all of that for a year, and so it's just something they put in and whatever. Well, if you're going in for surgery, you can, like, I did not know this. Did you know if you're having a regular surgery done, it could even be like I guess it depends on where you go, but that there are like so many other things you can get done. Like if you have skin tags you need removed, moles, if you have, you know, like, I don't know, something weird that you don't want to be awake for, or that, like, it wasn't that that's painful. You don't have to be put to sleep for it at all. But you can get things like that. So I just was like, hey, can they do that while I'm asleep? Just because it's kind of like, you know, one less thing you have to go do, and it's just done while you're asleep. So she did that. And yeah, so if you like have bladder issues and you have or like stimulation issues, like any of that where it's just not like working the way it's supposed to, it's like life changing. And so it's, I mean, Lola's like 9, so I guess I was like 8 years ago, and I've had another kid since. So I was like, yeah, I definitely want to do that. So same person. If you ever have questions about like the doctors I used, you can send me a message. I can send you like their information, and then they're super fantastic. But I have loved working with them together because they've worked so well together. But I mean, like Dr. Kluska, who did my surgery, so fantastic. He's been like so good to call if I've been like, I'm dizzy, like what's going on, like whatever, get me in when I don't have a scheduled time. Like, you know, they've been so great. And then same with like Carrie, who did my blood work yesterday. She's doing another panel of labs on Friday just to make sure everything, my irons are going. They've just been great. But so she's who did the O shot during surgery. I forgot to even mention it because so it helps to stimulate like stem cell growth. But I don't remember getting it done. And so when I saw her, she's like, oh, I haven't seen you since surgery. And I was like, I forgot you even did that. It's not like I've been using that part of my body lately. So, and it's something you see like significant improvement within the first like month, 3 months, and then like up to like a year. And then that's when you're like, oh, it's like working. So anyways, that is, let's see, in H2D. Oh, I thought they were asking a different question, but they're talking about, I love it when people start talking like, to each other in the comments about different things, but sometimes I feel like, are they asking me that question? I don't exactly know how to respond, and then I see. So I have only been able to sleep sitting up, but it hasn't been as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And yesterday was my first day to try laying down. Like at 1 week, you can lay on your back to sleep. I'm a side sleeper, so this hurts. And I also am just like a snuggler. So it's just really having so many pillows like propping me up. I'm like, I feel like I'm on a desert. I tried laying more flat last night, and it's just like the pressure on my chest. I was like, I think I like sitting up better. So I will really be excited at 2 weeks, you can sleep on your side. But to be honest, the first few days were like really a lot more intense than I thought. But as far as like, I was worried on day 1 and 2, if I feel like this for like a long time, I don't think I can do this. And it was like by day 4, I was like, okay, like I can do this. And then by a week, I was like, oh, I've done harder things than this in my life. And that's kind of how I feel like right now. So it will just be the fact that like I do like clothes and like to do my hair. I used the Levite straightening brush the other day, and I recorded a video, and Adam was like, are you trying to do this for like, what type of video are you trying to promote? And I was like, it really is so good if you're like, you know, you need like kind of to like turtle it, and there wasn't much I could do on my own, you know, but you still don't want to have crazy hair. I was like, this really is good for that. And he was like, well, that's one way to, I was like, I mean, I'm glad I have it. But I thought it was funny because it's like, are you trying to like do, you had yours done by Dr. Dill last week too. He worked on my surgery as well. Dr. Koleska and Dr. Dill both worked on mine. We're twins. We did it at the same time. That's so exciting. Yeah, the sleeping upright, it was, I don't know. I feel like I just have so many pillows that I think I've been okay with it. I should do a hair live with Adam fixing my hair. He asked me before I went on, he was like, do you need me to put dry shampoo in your hair before you go on? And I was like, probably, and then I forgot. So here I am, just like this. I've gotten to where I have enough reach. If I turn my neck enough, I can put it in like a low bun by myself. But that will go, I mean, technically, like as long as I'm sitting and I'm not like overdoing it, if I wasn't struggling with my iron being so low, I think I would be able to do a lot more. It's just personally, I'm really anemic, and then I lost all that during my cycle and being on thinners at the same time. So I think I would feel a lot better if my blood count was where it should be, but it's not. So we'll get that back up, and then I think I'll feel like really, really good. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. And if you have questions about anything, you can message me. I'm pretty much just laying around. So, and POMIFERA is 20% off. I think that was the only thing, not to forget. It goes for this month. So if you've wanted it, it's a really good month. Or if you're wanting to give it like as a gift, it works really, really well. So anyways, hope you guys have a good day. Talk to you guys later. Bye, y'all.